This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Kia ora, good evening and welcome to the South Today. I'm Craig Story. Tonight on the South Today, Dunedin City Council admits that they have their costings wrong on the cycleway project by quite a bit. And at 12 years of age, Abby Gushlag is a seasoned performer set to take honours at the New Zealand Gold Guitar Awards. That story very soon. And Tourism Minister Paula Bennett admits that the government is playing catch-up over an inadequately resourced tourism infrastructure. The Dunedin City Council admits that the cost of the Harbour Cycleways project has risen significantly. The initial forecast was for $20 million, but the revised figure is more than double that of the original estimate.
Building cycleways on the Otago Peninsula has been a work in progress for a number of years, with sections being added on in stages. The cost of the project is being shared by the Dunedin City Council and the New Zealand Transport Agency, with the NZTA picking up 55% of the estimated cost, at around $27 million, with the DCC picking up the remainder of the $49 million total spend. Otago Peninsula Board Chairman Paul Pope says the Dunedin community really wants this project to go ahead, while DCC Group Manager of Transport Richard Saunders admits the higher price is not ideal. The council is scheduled to release plans on the proposed work in July this year. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
The American owner of the Scenic Hotel Group, Earl Hegeman, died at his Christchurch home yesterday. Hegeman bought his first hotel in Franz Josef in 1980 with his partner Ralph Brown. Now that the company owns a dozen hotels in New Zealand, including our very own Southern Cross, and employs 1,000 staff. Recently, Hegeman was involved in a defamation case against Labour Party leader Andrew Little. He was made a Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit in 2014 in recognition of his services to business, tourism and philanthropy. Emergency services responded after a bus and a car collided in central Dunedin yesterday. They touched bases at the intersection of Stewart and Smith Street just before 4 o'clock. An eyewitness told the Otago Daily Times that allegedly the bus failed to stop at a red light while it was travelling up Stewart Street. She says the car allegedly travelling through the intersection on Smith Street was allegedly hit by the bus. Nearly 20 people, mostly school children, were taken off the bus after the crash. No injuries were reported to St John. Go Bus Operations Director Nigel Piper declined to comment on the cause of the accident as the incident was still under investigation by police. The Invercargill Fire Service were called out to Unikem Waikiwi Pharmacy on North Road this morning to contain a small mercury spillage. 4 fire trucks, along with a command unit, were dispatched from Invercargill Fire Station. 4 staff were evacuated from the pharmacy and the immediate area was cordoned off. The fire service says a small amount of mercury was spilt inside the pharmacy when a glass thermometer was dropped containing the hazardous substance. However, no staff working at the pharmacy were injured and all were checked by St John's medical staff at the scene. Tourism Minister in Queenstown, Paula Bennett, admitted that the government is playing catch-up over the infrastructure in order to cope with the tourism influx. After a meeting with Queenstown Mayor Jim Bolt yesterday, Ms Bennett told the media that she is expecting another 1 million tourists by 2022. Mina Amso has more.
Tourism Minister Paula Bennett said in Queenstown on Wednesday the $76 million funding package for the Department of Conservation announced earlier this month will go a long way to catching up with infrastructure for Freedom campers.
And others, they've certainly been expressing them.
Bennett says the Queenstown Lakes District Council can now apply for a slice of the $100 million infrastructure fund for things like toilet facilities, footpaths and car parking.
Certainly under pressures where you've got sort of 39 visitors to 1 ratepayer, those are unique circumstances, and if a project really stacks up from a business case, then we've proven in the past that we're willing to look at it.
Bennett says every projected tourism number forecasts have been beaten. and what the government is trying to do is to catch up.
I think we are playing a little bit of catch up right now. We didn't expect the GFC to come off so quickly and the rest of the world to go bonkers and everyone want to visit us.
But Bennett still isn't keen on bed tax anytime soon.
Is the fight over?
Not quite.
No, I was going to say, I think I can say that for him.
I still see that as the permanent fix, but given what the Minister is now doing, I'll shut up for a while.
For now, new toilets and car parks will have to come out of the rate and taxpayers' pockets. Mina Amso, The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, Alexandra's Ice Rink is in hot water with the nearby Molyneux Aquatic Centre, and a 12-year-old musician is set to line up in the annual busking competition in Gore.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street. Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
It's on again. The Star Regent 24-hour book sale starts noon, 9th of June. Don't miss out.
Sit back, relax and enjoy our warm hospitality with our famous Larnach Castle high tea served in the Ballroom Cafe. Bookings essential. Phone 476 1616 today.
Hi, I'm Dennis Charlotte and road racing motorcycles is my lifetime passion. It's a massive adrenaline rush, but the high-speed crashes have been tough on the body over the years. I almost feel as old as my mate Ian.
Sportsval, supporting tendons, ligaments and cartilage. And Energy Plus helps replace the energy that everyday living takes away.
Now I feel more alive and have more sustained energy to really enjoy my racing.
Buy 2 packs of Sportsval and get 2 packs of Energy Plus absolutely free. So call now, 0800 502 402.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
We're at 25 Moray Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focusing on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
We need your help to secure the future of Dunedin Hospital. The Dunedin City Council is leading the community's call to redevelop Dunedin Hospital as a top-flight teaching hospital right in the city centre. Have you sent your SOS? Add your voice to the thousands demanding central government commit to the health and well-being of the whole southern region. Go to dunedinhospitalsos.nz and fill out your form, or head to a library near you to fill out a paper copy. dunedinhospitalsos.nz.
Channel 39 brings you coverage of ID Fashion and Emerging Designers 2017. Check listings for details.
Here is more of The South Today. Alexandra's Ice Rink has recently reopened, the first part of an almost $1 million project having been completed. It involves the installation of a pipe between the rink and the nearby Molyneux Aquatic Centre, an attachment that will benefit both the rink and the swimming pool. Water that becomes hot when used to cool the refrigerant in the rink plant will be transferred through a pipe to help heat the pool. Meanwhile, visitors are just excited to see the rink open again.
I love it. I think it's a really good idea. It'd be really good for like ice hockey and stuff like that, and then also for like figure skating and stuff, and just I think it's a really good idea. I think that ice skating should be something that's available like all year round.
The plant and piping will cost nearly $970,000, which is expected to be recouped through electricity savings at the pool. The plant is being shipped from Canada on June, and Ice and Line Chairman Murray Miller says he hopes it will become operational sometime in July, the perfect time for ice skating. The 150-year-old Queenstown Gardens will be turned into a light and sculpture wonderland next week. This is big news. Luma Light Festival will take shape in the resort town. The 4-day lighting extravaganza will have a colourful lineup of luminous art and sculptures. Mina Amso stares into the light.
The historical Queenstown Gardens will be turned into an interactive light show wonderland during the Luma Light Festival next week. Queenstown local and Luma director Duncan Forsyth says local and international artists and sculptors will flock to showcase their work at the festival.
We've got artists who have had installations in Vivid Sydney, in Wellington Lux, light festivals around the world.
Yeah, super excited.
Local exhibitor Simon Holden is excited to showcase his latest work.
It's a vertical piece, which is about 600 mil wide, so just over half a metre wide, and then it's 18 metres tall, and it's based on a DNA structure. So it's called Ladder of Life, which is kind of the other name for DNA.
The luminous artwork will be synced with audio. The colours will change with the sound.
People will be able to come up to it and push a button and change the pattern, and yeah, just get totally into the sculpture itself.
About 10 to 14,000 people are expected to attend the event beginning Friday next week. Mina Amso, The South Today.
Super cool. Musician Abby Gutschlag may only be 12, but already she is a seasoned performer who is set to take the stage in the New Zealand Gold Guitar Awards. Ms Gutschlag is entering the busking competition with her duo singing partner Ella McDowell. She has entered several categories in the duo section with Ms McDowell, as well as solo, rock and gospel. Ms Gutschlag says it is not her first time taking to the Gold Guitar competition.
This will be my 6th or 7th time entering Gold Guitars.
The Gore Country Music Club member enjoys the hometown-based competitions because they allow her to gain experience, make new friends and to practice good sportsmanship. After the break on The South Today, still to come, Invercargill City Councillor Rebecca Amundsen is now officially the city's new Deputy Mayor, and Dunstan High School helps to navigate the sticky teenage years. Also tomorrow's ODT and the weather.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books. With the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street. Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
It's on again. The Star Regent 24-hour book sale starts noon, 9th of June. Don't miss out.
Sit back, relax and enjoy our warm hospitality with our famous Larnach Castle high tea served in the Ballroom Cafe. Bookings essential. Phone 476 1616 today.
Hi, I'm Dennis Charlotte, and road racing motorcycles is my lifetime passion. It's a massive adrenaline rush, but the high-speed crashes have been tough on the body over the years. I almost felt as old as my mate Ian.
Sports Valve, supporting tendons, ligaments and cartilage. And Energy Plus helps replace the energy that everyday living takes away.
Now I feel more alive and have more sustained energy to really enjoy my racing.
Buy 2 packs of Sports Valve and get 2 packs of Energy Plus absolutely free. So call now, 0800 502 402.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
We're at 25 Moray Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focusing on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
We need your help to secure the future of Dunedin Hospital. The Dunedin City Council is leading the community's call to redevelop Dunedin Hospital as a top-flight teaching hospital right in the city centre. Have you sent your SOS? Add your voice to the thousands demanding central government commit to the health and well-being of the whole southern region. Go to dunedinhospitalsos.nz and fill out your form, or head to a library near you to fill out a paper copy. dunedinhospitalsos.nz.
Channel 39 brings you coverage of ID Fashion and Emerging Designers 2017. Check listings for details.
Thank you for staying with the South Today. Invercargill City Councillor Rebecca Amundsen is now officially the city's new Deputy Mayor. Mayor Tim Shadbolt announced Councillor Amundsen as his nominee in the Invercargill City Council's meeting Tuesday afternoon. The council quickly accepted the proposal, passing it almost unanimously. It was Councillor Lindsay Abbott, the only councillor to openly question the decision, asking if it could be discussed. Then he abstained from the process. Dunstan High School Hall recently hosted a Navigating the Teenage Years forum to share guidelines on how to keep your children safe. Around 150 people attended the event, which had stalls representing a number of local support groups such as Otago Suicide Prevention Trust, good on you, and the anti-cyber bullying Sticks and Stones. Speakers gave presentations on subjects ranging from youth suicide, how to teach teenagers the risks of sharing explicit photos, don't send it, and organisers say the overall aim of the evening was to make parents and families aware that many support services are available to help with issues facing teenagers and their parents in the modern age. One of Dunedin's longest-serving train drivers has recently decided to make different tracks. After around 3 decades behind the wheel for the Taieri Gorge Railway, Tony Fricker has called it a day.
Even before trains came into his life, Tony Fricker was a driver. He was a taxi driver for years and he toured as a bus driver all over the country. Today he took his last trip on the Taieri Gorge Railway and his last train to Pukerangi.
Well, good morning everybody, welcome aboard the Taieri Gorge Limited for a trip through to Pukerangi this afternoon.
As train manager, Fricker has been providing banter and commentary on local history alongside many of the same staff for the past 30 years.
The guard is a very important person on here, of course. They've got the most people contact throughout the journey. And they get up through the train, and if there's any sort of problem.
I'm one of the guards that used to work with Tony as well. So what do you think, Tony, of this lady?
Oh, very good.
good mate.
Yes, kind of miss his jovial character. We've become very good friends as well.
How long have you two worked together for?
25, 30 years. Yeah, all that.
But it's not the end of the line. Fricker will only be semi-retired. From here he will take a part-time job shifting rental cars around the country.
Probably have a cup of coffee, yeah.
Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
Well done, that man. Let's recap tonight's top stories on The South Today. The Dunedin City Council admits the cost of the Harbour Cycleways project has risen significantly to around $49 million. A bus and a car crashed together in central Dunedin yesterday at the intersection of Stewart and Smith Street just before 4 o'clock. Police are investigating. And Tourism Minister Paula Bennett admitted on Wednesday in Queenstown that the government is playing catch-up over the infrastructure to cope with the tourist influx. That leads us to other news with tomorrow's ODT. How are you, sir?
Hello, Craig. How are you?
I'm better than you.
Yes, I'm a wee bit under the weather, but we box on.
Good man.
Political editor and business editor Dean McKenzie wraps up the budget, so see our speed read of that tomorrow. So indeed. The budget at a glance. So if you can't weigh through it all, you go to the speed read.
355-page document.
Yes, massive. They're giving a lot away too.
Right.
So lots of money flowing in all directions. So we have a summary of that. We also have a special 2-page section which has all the budget news on it.
Good.
More on the council, excuse me.
I understand, sir.
Cycleway issue. And of course their botched estimate has been, they've claimed it is not good enough.
No, it's been blown
so there you go. A trial of blue lights on the centre line of Otago roads. That flash and icy conditions has ended, so they've abandoned that trial. The Highlanders team is named to play the Waratahs at Forsyth on Saturday. And coach Tony Brown is spoiled for choice, so he's in a very good position to have some options about choosing his strongest teams.
An embarrassment of riches.
Yeah, indeed.
Marvellous. Get well soon.
Thank you, Craig.
All right, sir. Now, it's time to have a look at tomorrow's weather.
This weather update proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn's Manuka Honey.
At the situation now, a weak trough interrupts the harmony tomorrow, bringing rain to the south, but only for a day or night, Saturday morning, whichever comes latest. Otherwise, it's going to be fine and cool all weekend long. To the southern outlook now, all across the deep south, cloud increasing, light northerlies, temperatures pinned fairly squarely around 11, maybe a few showers in Lumsden, overcast in the Catlins. To Alexandra now, cloud increasing, light northerlies and 12. Similar conditions in Queenstown town. Now you can expect rain, moderate northerlies and 11 and some high cloud, light northerlies and 12 in Wanaka. Not horrible. In Oamaru, light winds, fine and 13. It's the pick of the bunch. Marama, light winds, cloudy, 12. Timaru, 13 as well, pretty good for you. Twizel, light northerlies, cloud and 12. In Dunedin tonight, cloudy, light northerlies and 5, pretty good. Friday sees the cloud breaking, a few sunny periods, a cool day altogether though, 5 and 13. Saturday may have early showers, but otherwise a fine and sunny day, 7 and 12. I'm going to say that's going to be 13. And Sunday, mostly fine and cool, and 11. For Invercargill tonight, cloudy and 6 for you this evening. Saturday may have rain by the afternoon with fresh westerly winds and definitely showers by nightfall, 5 and 13. Saturday opens with fine weather, moderate cool sou'westers easing, but 1, a very chilly Friday night and 11. Sunday is a cloudy cool day at 14. So after this morning's very heavy frost and frosty windscreens, please do take care on the roads tomorrow. Similar conditions are expected. I'm Craig Story for The South Today. Thank you. Good evening.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.